12th grade and after that you go to college. So I hope this debate is continuing.
Okay, so someone tell me what I'm wearing right now. Okay, yeah, it's an Express logo. So, before I never wore branded clothing, but there was one person that kept on telling me every single week, go wear branded clothing. And he's sitting in the back right there, so let's give a hand to Jeevan. It took him, how long, 2 years, something like that, long time to change me. I see all these like advertisements, but I never listen to them because they don't really matter to me. This guy's been drilling me for 2 years just to change me to wear some clothes. How much do you think it's gonna take a guy to drill them to like convert to a different religion? See, it's gonna take a lot. So, let's go back to like the basics. So what is media? Well, it's basically like a medium for us to like talk to people and communicate, right? So, that's basically what social media's purpose is. It's to communicate with people. It's hard to talk to a lot of people, so social media makes it easier to talk to a lot of people. Now, social media has evolved through the years. Like before, like the social media at the time would have been like messengers that go town to town, and like after that would have evolved to like printing press. But like now, when you think about it, like these days, we do not consider like a book social media. We consider like Facebook, other things, Twitter. That stuff is what social media is. So definitely, social media is evolving, and times are changing, and we have to realize that. But the difference between social media and traditional media is that traditional media is personal, and social media is very impersonal. Like you said, there was like some like random person, hidden person that was talking on the internet. So next, yeah. So both of them have the same purpose, to evangelize, right? But evangelism is not preaching about a relationship. Because like when we go on Facebook, we see a bunch of people like saying verses, like a bunch of verses and nothing else. Just like John 3:16, for God so loved the world. So yeah, we don't really get any like relationship or anything out of that. So, however, in traditional media, it's completely different. Social media is preaching about a relationship with Christ. Traditional media is about a relationship with Christ. So basically, traditional media, what we do is basically evangelism is like growing a tree. So with social media, we keep on watering a dirt pot. There's nothing to water there. We haven't planted the seed there. We're just drilling it with verses. Oh, here's some more verses. Here's John 3:16, James 2:1. But we're not like we're not growing anything because there's nothing to grow right there. I can sit there and water this tree forever, but if I want a palm tree, it's not going to happen. There needs to be something to develop off of. That's where traditional media comes in. See, with traditional media, we plant the tree. We sow the seed inside the heart of the person. And that seed, once we water that seed grows and develops. There needs to be some connection for the tree to grow. There needs to be the seed. So, just so many examples of this, and here, I'd like to give you one right there. He's sitting in a white shirt in the back, not listening to me. Here we have our logo, and you planted a church in India, right? Bethel Church? Tell me, did you plant that from here? Do you message a guy over there on Facebook being like, oh, no, you still go over there every week. You planted a church by yourself. See, it takes God's determination and everything. You need to do all that. You need to be willing to go out for Christ. That is what traditional media is. Social media, it can be used afterwards, but at the start, it has to be traditional media. Traditional media sows the seed and puts it in place and the rest of it to develop. Not just our mummies, so many people. And now I'd like to bring in the best example of God. So, Hannah and already said this, but God sent His only Son, Jesus Christ. He didn't send like a ton of prophets again. He saw that they weren't listening to that. He saw it wasn't working, so He sent His own personal connection, Jesus Christ, so that we would have a personal connection with Him. See, Christianity is about the relationship with Jesus Christ. That is all Christianity is. Oh, here's another example. Think about like dating sites like eHarmony. Oh, you wouldn't know that. Oh, or matrimony. That would be more recognizable to you. So yeah, like when you see someone on the internet, they'll be like a person, just like another lady or another man, and then nothing happens until you actually meet that person in real life. That's when the relationship starts. It doesn't happen when you relationships are real. They exist direct to direct, not over the internet. So yeah, how do you expect a relationship with the one and only Jesus Christ to exist over the internet? It just doesn't work that way. So, yeah, we see more and more of these examples. Social media is knowing about Christ, and no, it's about knowing about Christ. Traditional media is knowing Christ. So, in an ideal world, social media would definitely be the way to go, because you reach out to millions of people, and they'll all confess, fall on the floor, and if you go across the hall, they'll be like the way they are over there, all sitting on the floor, praising God. But this is not an ideal world. Even God said that He has come to this world to divide. This is not an ideal world. It's filled with sin, fraught, and then we can't expect social media to be all like dandy, I guess. So yeah, this is where traditional media comes in. We need to go the extra mile to develop this world. Now we can't just depend on social media. It doesn't work that way. So, it's like communism pretty much. Like communism, on paper, it's really good. But really, like, the neurosurgeon's gonna get mad at the garbage man because he's making the same amount as him. It just doesn't work. Like, really, social media, it's becoming an information junkyard. That's all it is right now. It's not the thing that they make it up to be. It's not that at all. All it is just like a bunch of like status updates about like how boring life is. Like how great basketball, whatever. You get the point. So really, social media, in a sense, it's become a barrier between us and God. Because like when you look at it, in a relationship with Christ, there's us, then God. So, what social media does is it becomes us, social media, then God. Really, that's all social media is. You can't really rely on it, it's not dependable. And the Great Commission, I like to refer back to that, and it tells us to go out, spread the word, but we have to follow through. We can't just be pouring water on an empty pot. We have to grow and plant the seed. We can't just Personally, I'd rather have a fully grown tree than a bunch of dead pots right there in a row. So, right, I don't know about you, but what I'm gonna do is go out right now and start planting seeds and do the gospel right away.